Today we're going to talk about the origin of Tupac Shakur's character in the 1992 film Juice. We're also just generally going to talk about the movie a little bit, like how Tupac kind of fell into the role of Bishop and who can actually take credit for Tupac getting his audition in the first place. Let's get into it. The 1992 film Juice marked a significant milestone in the careers of several notable actors, including Omar Epps, Kool, and of course Tupac Shakur, who played the role of Bishop. This was a hip-hop movie, but not necessarily about hip-hop. It was the first film where the entire world was hip-hop. I mean, the main character was a DJ. The movie took place in Harlem. From the setting to the backdrops, their music, their clothes, and the slang they used, all rooted in hip-hop. However, to understand the origin of Tupac's character and his involvement with the production of the film, it's essential to examine the film's development and casting process. Juice was written by Ernest R. Dickerson and Gerard Brown. Ernest R. Dickerson also directed the film. The script was written about 9 years prior to the movie actually coming out, so they were kicking the script around for a while. At first, it was rooted in the 80s. They even said upon the first few drafts, it was a lot of 80s slang that they had to take out and replace with 90s slang, which was current day slang pretty much. That's how old the script would have been at that point. The film's narrative revolves around 4 young friends growing up in Harlem, struggling with the challenge of adolescence, peer pressure, violence, you name it. The typical challenges most youth had growing up in any American inner city in the 1990s. The character of Bishop, of course played by Tupac, is a pivotal figure in the film, embodying the dark aspects of their world. It was evident Bishop was from a broken home in one way or another. He was an opportunist that, if not for his crew, he'd make one bad decision after another.
Lizard is in there right now, sticking the place up. What? I said no, man. What is you crazy? Yo, I don't think so. Let me tell you something right now.
It's obvious that Bishop wanted out of the streets, but he was willing to use the streets to obtain that goal. He suffered from low self-esteem and a desire for control. I would even go out on a limb here and say Bishop was pretty much at the doorstep of being a sociopath. Once he offs Raheem, from that point, all bets are off. Tupac was relatively a newcomer to the acting world at this point. Juice was his first major role. At the time, Pac was still an active member of the rap group Digital Underground. They were still recording and touring at the time. He started out as the group's roadie, but then became an occasional rapper. He appeared on their 1991 album, Sons of the P. Now you gotta remember, this is way before Tupac was Tupac. He was still new in a lot of ways. He was catching the eye of people, he was catching the ear of people, but he was still relatively unknown. He was nowhere near a household name. And that all would change. Tretch from Naughty by Nature goes to see Ernest Dickerson, and he's accompanied by a friend. Dickerson asked his friend, would you like to read for one of the roles? It was really nobody there auditioning, so the friend was like, sure. He gave him the script. The friend went off, read through the script, and rehearsed for about 15 minutes. Came back, went in for the read, and knocked it out the park. When he was leaving, Dickerson said, do we have your contact info? The friend was like, yes. Dickerson was like, by the way, what's your name? He said, my name's Tupac. Dickerson asked, what's that mean? And Tupac said, it's a Mayan deity. Tupac's natural charisma, intensity, and presence is what caught the attention of Dickerson, who saw potential in the young actor for a complex role like Bishop. His character serves as a catalyst for the film's climax, which explores themes of loyalty, power, and of course consequences of violence. Tupac's portrayal of Bishop is often cited as one of the most memorable aspects of the film, showcasing his ability not only to convey a character's depth, but their extreme intensity.
It's over. Everything starts from now. We all go down unless we stay together. Ain't no one man above the crew, you know that
Ernest
shit.
Dickerson's inspiration for the character Bishop comes from various sources. Dickerson drew from his own life experiences from growing up in Newark, New Jersey, and the observations of life in Harlem. The film's script was co-written by Gerard Brown. It was highly influenced by Dickerson's fascination with Claude Brown's book, Man-Child in the Promised Land, which explores themes of growing up in Harlem during the 1940s and the 1950s. Dickerson's vision for the character Bishop was also shaped by his desire to portray the complexities of young black men struggling for power and respect in urban environments. He aimed to capture the pain and violence that can drive individuals to make destructive choices. Tupac's portrayal of Bishop brought depth to the character, tapping into his own experiences and emotions to convey the complexity of Bishop's personality. The film Juice ultimately explores themes of peer pressure, loyalty, and the consequences of violence, offering a nuanced portrayal of life in 1990s Harlem. During the production of Juice, Tupac balanced his acting career with his musical commitments. It was said he would often take breaks from filming to perform with Digital Underground and attend rehearsals. Despite the demands of both pursuits, Tupac immersed himself in the role of Bishop, bringing a level of authenticity that resonated with the audiences. His performance was widely praised, with many noting that his portrayal of Bishop added a layer of complexity to the film's narrative. Tupac's involvement with the production was significant. He worked closely with the director and other cast members to develop the character as much as possible. Juice played a crucial role in launching Tupac's acting career, demonstrating his range and potential as a performer. The film's success helped establish Tupac as a talented young actor, paving the way for future roles like Poetic Justice, Above the Rim, and Gridlock. And you can't forget Gang Related. I actually thought that movie was kind of dope. His performance in Juice also contributed to his growing reputation as a multifaceted artist, capable of conveying powerful emotions and complex characters on screen. Also, Ernest Dickerson said Pac always had notebooks with him and he was constantly writing. Comment down below your favorite Tupac album. As Tupac's acting career took off, he eventually parted ways with Digital Underground to focus on his own rap career, which we all know would go on to achieve immense success. Overall, Tupac's character Bishop in the film Juice was a product of the film's thoughtful development and casting process. Tupac's involvement with the production was marked by the dedication to the role and his ability to bring depth and nuance to the character of Bishop, all while balancing his commitments with Digital Underground. The film's success and Tupac's performance continue to be celebrated, offering a glimpse into the early days of a legendary career. And as you should always say when talking about the man, rest in peace, Pac. And now, if you're still with me, that means you're enjoying the content. So why don't you go ahead and hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, do all the stuff down here. It really helps us small channels out. Now, I don't know if I deserve you, but I definitely appreciate you. If you want to watch another video about a hip-hop film, tap this video right here. And until the next video, salute.